Oh my God, I am finally back on YouTube with another edition of Frank and Friends, here to help you with investing, wealth, health, and all that kind of good stuff. I've been extremely busy. So I've been here in a while. I had a lot of things going on that involved the market, and I've been fully into the market because it's a lifestyle. So there are no friends with me today. It's just me here to help you all catch up on what you've missed. The market has set some records, some great new IPOs. We're going to discuss all of that today on this episode of Frank and Friends. So, all of you on YouTube are like, my God, where have you been? You haven't been here in at least 2 or 3 weeks. One, I've been busy. The Cubs are in town. On YouTube, you all don't know this usually, but I work for the Cubs a lot in the summer, and a lot has been going on. So I've been there. I also, I've been investing for a while, and I've never sold any stock. I've been so excited about how much money it can grow by just letting it sit there. I've never sold anything at all. I just let it sit there, let it grow, and I live my life off of the dividends. But because of the pandemic in 2020, just record amount of profits for not only companies but everybody that's a long-term investor has been seeing massive record money making. So I decided that this was the perfect time for me to finally sell 0.005% of what I had. I threw this huge, lavish party for some of the supervisors at Wrigley Field at Club 400 with some of that money. And I'm also taking a vacation. One of my cousins wanted to go out of town. Where do you want to go? He went several ideas, Universal Studios, whatever. He landed on Las Vegas. So trimmed some of that money for family. So as you can see, I chose to spend some money finally on family and friends. So that's what I've been doing. Now, when we last met, I talked about dividend, and I want to show you this cool app that I think everybody should have. It's called Dividend Tracker. It's only available right now for Team Apple. Sorry, but it is really cool to help keep track of dividends. Right? We discussed on the last episode and all the previous ones as well what dividends are. Dividends are the amount of money that the companies that you invest in pay you either every month or every 3 months. And this cool website, what it does is it gives you a calendar of all of your paydays for the month, right? So my goal ultimately is to get paid every day of the week. My goal ultimately. August, as you see, is a very slow day. However, September looks pretty good. Scrolling up to September, and you can see here the companies that I own. I get direct deposits from them on those days. And it's cool because it goes and tells you the amount you make throughout the full year. My favorite month, obviously, is December around Christmas. Most of the stocks and the real estate that I have give me money. Not just me, all investors get paid on the same day by these companies. So I wanted to let you know about that stock. That app is called Dividend Tracker, and it is available on Apple products right now. I haven't seen it anywhere else. So look for this app if you can, Dividend Tracker. It is a really good app that will help you keep track of your paychecks. If you are an investor, you know that you get paid whenever you choose to get paid, not just 2 times a week or 2 times a month like non-investors do. You're getting paid all the time because you're investing and you're getting dividends. So make sure you check out that. So I told you last time we were here that I'm going to give you the word of the day, which is fractional shares. Everybody knows I'm a huge fan of Robinhood. I don't believe the hype of what other people have to say that's negative about it. I have had great customer service experience with them. They've solved all my problems. I don't gamble. I'm not a get rich quick person. Therefore, I've had no problems with them. I do know that if you are into the trading and all the other stuff, money making every day, chasing after that, you've had some problems with Robinhood. But I don't do that. I don't even teach that. I don't go anywhere near day trading. I don't even recommend day trading. So that has not affected me at all. But Robinhood changed the game when they came out and they allowed you to get fractional shares. And I'm going to give you a quick example of why that matters. A lot of times people look at stocks and they see these huge prices and they can't afford them. So they go and they look for things that are cheaper. However, just because something is cheap, well, you know how it is. You get what you pay for. So I'm going to give you a good example here. I'm going to pull up Robinhood. And there are links to all the other brokerages that are out there in the show notes for this. Make sure you check out that. All right. So here's Amazon on Robinhood. One share, $3,300 and whatever dollars, right? So you see that and you're like, oh my God, like there's no way I can afford that. The cool thing about Robinhood that they started, that now everybody's copying, by the way, more people use Robinhood for investing than all the other brokerages combined. By the way, all of them use them. It's the number one using. That's the number one form of investing, by the way, for most Americans, particularly people people that are young, people of color. They use it the most. And again, I've never had a problem with it. I've been using it since it's been out. Thanks to my cousin. Take that back. Not since it's been out. I knew about it since it's been out. I've been researching it and following it for a while. After I was hooked on it and I researched it for myself, not what others said, which you should always do, right? Whatever you watch on YouTube, it is not financial advice. It is all a person's personal journey. But Robinhood is great to me. So the cool thing about this is that when you go to get some Amazon, you see $3,000. Now that's a stock. I try to figure out what stocks I can't live without for 10 years straight. One of those places is Amazon. I can't see anybody living without Amazon for the next 10 years. So I would invest in some Amazon, right? Not only that, my money goes there. And I always teach wherever your money goes, that's where you shop at. So think to yourself, God, that's one of the best stocks to have is Amazon. But who has that $3,000? The cool thing about it is that when you go down and click trade for Amazon, of course, you want to buy it. I already have shares of it. I'm using a friend's account right now, but for this episode, it's going to ask you, do you want to sell? Do you want to buy? So, of course, I'm going to click on buy. And then it's going to ask me, how much of Amazon do I want, right? I can put that I only want $5 of it, or I can go ahead and get $500 of it, or I can go ahead and buy the entire thing itself. It is better to be in the market. Does not matter how much it is, right? It's better to be in it than not in it, right? And I tell this to one of my sons all the time. Put $5 here, put $3 here, put $10 there. Whatever you have extra, put that money in there and let it grow, right? Amazon has grown what over the past 5 years? Almost 400%, right? You leave money in the bank account, it's going to grow what? 0.02%. Why not let that money grow in the market? So a fraction of a share is what we just showed you, where I'm going to pay $5 for that share as opposed to $3,000 for it. I'm getting a fraction of it. It reminds me of layaway. Back in the day, they have this thing called layaway, where you want something, you pay on it, and you can get it later. But the cool thing about investing, though, with fractional shares is that whether you put $10 or $20 on it, you're still going to get those dividends if that's a dividend stock based on how much you put in. So you put in $5, you put in $3,000. If that was a dividend stock, you would still be getting dividend. What I just showed you, you would be on the calendar of receiving some checks because you have a fraction of that share. So that company owes you the money. By the way, Apple is coming up. They have a payday. I'm looking forward to that coming up pretty soon. And they pay a pretty good dividend. So fractional shares, it is when allows anybody to buy and to get in the market on stocks that matter. So don't just go for those stocks that you see that are $2 because that's all you think you can afford. That $2 stock may not grow, may grow at 3% over 5 years. Put that $2 into a stock that you believe in, right? I don't endorse stocks. I tell my sons what stocks to buy, but I don't tell you all what to buy. One that you believe in, put that money there, right? You may not get the whole share right then and there, but you're going to be letting that money grow with how fast that stock grows as a whole. So go ahead and get you some fractional shares. So I want to show you Webull real quick. Webull is where I do paper trading, right? I talked to you earlier in past episodes about paper trading. If you're not comfortable trading with your own money, use paper trading, right? That's some paper money that the broker gives you to invest real time, right? And my favorite app for paper trading is Webull, and Webull just actually got fractional shares. I got the notice about it yesterday when I first saw it, like perfect timing. So Webull has fractional shares as well. Everybody follows Robinhood's lead. Just let you know, Robinhood is changing the game. The movie Robin Hood, or the cartoon, was what? The one guy who steals from the rich and gives to the poor. The purpose of Robinhood is to get everybody a fair shake at investing. They do something pretty cool and exciting, then everybody ends up copying it. But Webull just got fractional shares. PayPal has it now. By the way, I just got some stock on PayPal. I try to use every online brokerage, but I'm always teaching investing outside of here. And you can't teach something you don't know, right? So I have investments in almost every brokerage: Betterment, Webull, Robinhood, PayPal, Cash App, you name it. I've got some money in it growing. Fidelity, I use as well. I'm not a fan of it, but I do use Fidelity. And speaking of paper trading, by the way, so we bought some stocks last few episodes. So if you bought the same amount of stocks that I bought in the last episode, right now you're up $4.48, which is not bad. It's only been what 4 weeks, right? We know that investing is a marathon. It's not a sprint, which is why I don't ever check my stocks often. I just don't believe in doing that. It doesn't matter to me. I'm in it for the long haul. But yeah, we made about $4.81 from the stock that we have, and we got a few good ones. I think we bought Kroger, Visa, and AT&T, because I believe that you invest in companies and businesses that you spend money on all the time, right? So today I want to go ahead and I want to buy some Nike, right? So I'm gonna use paper trading on Webull to pull up the Nike stock here. So on Webull, I prefer you learn how to invest first in Robinhood, because all the technical stuff is hard to understand if you're a first timer. In this episode, these shows are geared to those that are first timers, but I'm going to show you real quick. On Webull, Nike is $171.60 with all the other technical stuff, right? Let me show you how it looks real quick on Robinhood, so you can see the difference here. I believe when you're first starting, you should learn how to do it in a way that is easy for you to digest, and Robinhood does a good job with that. I may show you how it is on Cash App as well, so you can get an idea. So let's look up Nike real quick on Robinhood. Nike. All right. This is how Nike looks on Robinhood. All right. It's already at 171.58. We're going to buy a full share of that on Webull today. And also, let me show you how it looks on Cash App. First, I want to buy a share of it. Trade. All right, so I bought one share of it at 171. All right. Nike also pays a dividend. So let's go to Cash App so you can see the difference here between all of these apps and how they look. So Cash App just got a pretty cool update. This is Cash App. This is how it used to be. I used to hate it because it was not that much information, right? It just looked like a bunch of lines. Who cares, you know? But they have recently added some stats to it, right? So now they have these key stats that were always there, but they've added a few more stats that were not there before. So maybe coming around to liking it. They finally have the financials. We're gonna go over all this in a future episode. But I like the upgrading. They have the earnings now on it, so I like the um, path that Cash App is taking. And what is it following? It's following Robinhood's lead. Robinhood has all of this actually, and then some more. Another Robinhood thing that it has is it has all the stocks that are in the news, right? Which Robinhood has as well. Everybody's taking their lead from Robinhood. So why did I buy Nike? I only buy stocks that I believe in, that I spend money on, and somebody I know has a birthday coming up pretty soon, and I'm going to be buying them some shoes because that's what they want, and I want to get my money back. So Nike pays a dividend, a pretty good dividend. So I bought another share of Nike just to show you how that works. And we're going to track all the stocks that I bought as we go down the line. So hopefully you all stay around for a little bit more, all right? Now, let me talk about IPOs real quick. A lot of good IPOs are coming out. A company, when they first go to the market, right? So every company, as we know, out in the world, is not on the stock market. But when they first make an appearance on the market, that's called a IPO, an initial public offering. That company wants to go public. A lot of good ones are going public. Portillo's, I believe. I could be wrong. Krispy Kreme, I know for sure, is going out there. Robinhood just went. I did get some of that. Again, this is my own personal journey. You don't have to get those same ones. But Robinhood is, I believe, it's the largest right now, the largest brokerage. I believe it's going to be around for a while. Even if not, they're changing the game. Everybody's following their lead. I did invest in it. This morning I woke up. They're up 40%. So I'm excited about that. But the thing about IPOs is that when a company first comes out, there's all this hype around it, and everybody jumps and they all want to get it. They set a price, let's say like $30 here, and the day of, everybody goes and they buy it, and then the next day, all that profit that they made, they take, and the price goes back down. Now, in the case of Robinhood, it went the other way, right? Robinhood price set was at $38. It went public on that day. It went down 10%. Of course, the media, which hates Robinhood, by the way, I hope you know that. They hate it. Made fun of Robinhood, thought it was insane, like who would, whatever. And then today, look at it. It went down 40%. It went down 10%. Now it's up 40%. And that is because young people don't like to be told what they can or cannot do. And Robinhood is generally for this generation. And look what they've done with it. So another one that I got actually was Airbnb. So why did I get on the Airbnb train? I like what is called moats. An example of what, if I have to explain moat in a term for beginners, when you get some tissue, you go to the store, people may say, I need some Kleenex. Where's the Kleenex? Or they may say, where's the Clorox? And they mean bleach. But that brand is so powerful, it's like a household name, right? Where's the Clorox? Where's the Kleenex? But regardless of what brand it is, you want some tissue. But Kleenex and Clorox, they have got it. Markers most of the time. Now we say what? A Sharpie. So I believe that Airbnb, for this current generation that is out here now, has that kind of, has that kind of moat. I feel like young people today they don't say I want to get a hotel. They say I want to get an Airbnb. And if a company has that already, to me, it's just for me, it's got some lasting power. If this generation is involved in it, they're gonna outlive my generation. So I did go ahead and invest in Airbnb. It has done good so far. I don't really care what any of them do the first couple of years because I'm a long-term investor. But you have to be careful with IPOs because, again, when they come out, that first day there's a ton of hype, and then the next day They usually drop and get down to a normal number. However, the good ones, if you can catch them, now Robinhood, change the game again. When a company goes public for the first time, certain people are able to get it at the lowest price before the rest of the retail investors, other me and you and I, we're considered retail investors. By the time the price, let's say that, for example, let's say that I have a company, Frank's company. I'm gonna go public. I'm gonna have my price at $20. But for the first couple of days, only people that I select can get it at $20. My friends, my employees that work there, and as they're getting it, the price rises, right? So by the time it actually gets to the public, to the retail investors, it may not be $20 anymore, maybe $80, right? The thing about Robinhood now is they now give you IPO access. Remember, the goal of Robinhood is to what? Take from the rich and give to the poor. Robinhood now gives you IPO access to many stocks when they first come out so that you can get it at the lowest price. You want to get stocks that's the whole point of investing, is to get things at the lowest stock. You don't wait till you see on the news and the price is already up. You get things at the lowest price, right? So when everybody else that's coming in late gets it, they're making the price goes up, and then you're getting what is called capital gain. So Robinhood has changed the game by allowing you to have IPO access. I've used it already. It is amazing. It is an easy process to go through. And I do recommend, if you're going to get IPO, I'm not telling you to. It's up to you. If it's a company that you believe in, check out Robinhood's IPO access, okay? It's a lot. I told you a lot. I've been gone for a while, so I have a lot to catch you all up on. My investment magazine, which is, there's also a link down in the description. I have updated it, of course, and one of the cool topics in there that I think is really, really interesting is about retirement, right? A lot of people don't think about that. And then this is the latest edition. It's an online flipboard of my magazine. A lot of the things that I talk about on my show are in my magazine. But one of the cool things that I like is about retirement, right? A lot of people feel like that they are going to just spend all their money and live off of Social Security, right? Not even a 401k is good, in my opinion. I'm going to talk about that later on. But if you invest, you don't need a 401k. Rich people don't use 401ks. 401ks are for working class people, taxes and whatever. But it's a pretty cool financial checkup in the magazine that you can check out that helps you get ready for retirement so that you can live freely. I'm telling you, the freedom that comes from not caring about getting fired from your job because your lifestyle is paid for by your dividends and your assets, it's amazing, right? Like I have to catch myself sometime to make sure that I'm not going off on somebody who's supposed to be my boss, because I know that I can care less about what you feel or whether you like me or not or whatever, because I can just leave this job tomorrow and sleep on the couch. So, but the freedom of having that is something that everybody can have. I just don't understand why they don't get it, but everybody can have that freedom. So check out the financial checkup in my magazine. Also got some other things on there about Carnival, of course, cruising has restarted. Amazon is starting same day delivery now. So there's some other cool things in there. Make sure it's free. So click on the link, subscribe. You'll know when I update it and get more information on what's going on through my investment magazine. So the last thing I want to talk about is I said I was out and I finally spent some money by selling some stock, which I had not done in years, right? I'm just not a spender. If you were investing, you know what I mean. You see that money growing every day. You wake up, it's at one amount, and then you go back to take a nap. You get up from the nap, it's at another amount, and you haven't even done anything. You want to leave that money in there. Let's see how much that money can grow, right? I believe in, when I get a paycheck, I'm spending paychecks from 3 or 4 years ago, all right? The checks that I'm getting now, they all go, they get invested. I'm living off the surplus or the capital gains from checks from 3 or 4 years ago now, and these current checks are just sitting there and growing and making money. So trimming is what I do, what I did for this party that I just had, and for this trip I just had. And if Jordan wants something at the last minute, I'm teaching him how to invest, but he's becoming more financially suave, so helping him out, but helping him to learn out. If I need to get something out of an emergency, um, investing is great for that. And let me tell you why. All right. So if I had put a check, for example, of a check that I paycheck $1,500, and I invested it 5 years ago, it's probably what $7,000, whatever now today. So I would do some trimming, right? I want to throw a huge party for my friends. I want to go out of town. So I'll just trim $800 off of that, or $4,000 off of that, or what have you, and leave the rest in there to continue to grow. And the cool thing, I'm going to keep beating this down to the end of time, but the cool thing about Robinhood is that let's say I have an emergency and I need some money right away. I don't have any cash on me, and the banks are closed. I'm an investor, right? I have my own bank. I am my own bank, right? I just go and I can sell some shares of stock. And Robinhood now provides you with a pretty cool credit card or debit card. And if I go and sell some shares of Amazon right now, within seconds, that money is on this card, and I can use it wherever MasterCard is served. Now, if you're bad with money, this is horrible for you, because now you see all that money growing, you're going to want to go and spend it. But I had a discussion with Peter, one of our employees from the clubs, a while back, about trimming, right? Sometimes you need some money to live or to survive, and you should always have a cushion. But if you don't have a cushion, do some trimming, right? You pay $100 for a stock. That stock is now $300. Take out $100. You still have that money that's going to keep growing and growing and growing. So that's called trimming. And I've done some trimming recently to pay for these things for family and our friends. And I trimmed about I looked it up. It was 0.0002% that I trimmed to pay for this trip to Vegas and supervisor party, which is really not that much. I mean, 0.002% is what most of you all are making to keep your money in a savings account, which is basically nothing, as you know. So, what an episode. Had a lot. I'm going to be back filming some more episodes with friends this time. This is called Frank and Friends, but I had so much to catch you up on, I didn't have a friend this time. So, if you're new to this, try to go back to the beginning when we bought our first stock. We're going to have this journey together. This is just me showing you how I invest. It's not financial advice. It's just education. There's no there's some graphics on past episodes. No, major graphics. I don't want it to be all no bells or no whistles. Just a regular person talking to you about investing, and hopefully you are getting something out of it. Lastly, I had a podcast. All of you YouTubers that are watching me, I have a podcast with my friend David Jones. It's called The Mistaken Identity Podcast. It's doing so well that it's about to be on Roku. I should say I might have to invest in Roku stock. This is my mind, but I'm just kidding. So check that out pretty soon. All right, so I will catch you all on the next episode of Frank and Friends.